I definitely wanted to talk about like the branding piece. Y'all see, we got some merch on the table. I hope Zell, if you get that on the table, you know what I'm saying. So from a 222 Productionz brand standpoint, right? Y'all went from. Yeah, you good.
I got you. He said you didn't have to.
Y'all went from
move
audio visual to expanding in that space, right? Like again, y'all talked about shooting a live birth, right? So you got weddings, music videos, short films. How did y'all get y'all mindset on how to expand the brand into merch, being a visual production company? You know what I'm saying? Like, explain that part.
And we into like fashions too, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm hip to y'all.
Like to wear like nice clothes and look sweet and shit. Yeah. So I mean, it was just like a no-brainer.
Yeah,
like
grew
off and get like some smooth, quick, nice drip for 222. You know what I'm saying? Because when we go out and film, we like to look nice too.
Yeah,
you know, we like to look like we 222, not rappers, but. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta keep a good image, man. You never know who you meet, never know who you're running to.
Yeah, never know who you see.
You know, your image is your brand.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, bro, you look nice, you know, you attract top quality people, you know, you look like a regular, then you know. That's why we came with our brand, bro, because you know, we could have wore anything, but why?
Right.
Why not support?
But how did you get to the point where you have the 222 coffee mug, the 222 fragrance? Like everybody that is
just the entrepreneur mind, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that's shooting a music video doesn't have a fragrance.
True.
Much less merch.
Okay. We're a team too, bro. So if we in a household where the office is at the house, you know what I'm saying? So we all in a house brainstorming every day, bro. Like, what can we do to elevate? Yeah. He came up with the idea. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to bro. He was doing his homework. He was like, bro, we should spin off and start doing like merch. And then he was like, hey, we should do essential oils. Yeah. And we like essential oils. I'm like, what the fuck is that? But it's so lucrative because
it sells itself. And honestly, bro, I just feed off of what we like and what we grew up on, bro. Like my father, we grew up on oil. So we always wore oil. We never wore cologne. It was always oil. You're like, shit, why not we got our own oil? You know what I'm saying? My mother, she loved tea. Literally. She literally loved tea. So we're like, shit, why not make no mugs, no coffee tea mugs? You know what I'm saying?
See, that's smart. I hope y'all listen.
And then we like, shit. What else we as far as the merch, we like fashion. So we know if we get merch, we gonna put it to our liking, nice slim fit, you know, nice to our preference. So we know it's gonna be some nice clothes because we know good quality clothes when we see it because we grew up on like shoes and clothes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We always had like a good support system. We were spoiled back in the day, but we was never like no spoil you brats.
Hold on, so you said so. I want to touch on this, right? You mentioned having good parents and understanding that you all had good parents.
Yeah.
But not wanting to be privileged, coddled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's hard, bro.
Yeah. It has. So you spoke towards a mindset, and this is interesting, especially like with things that are going with younger generations. Like every generation is more privileged than the previous one. You know what I'm saying? Like some point people ain't have shoes. Man, I got on some Kyrie. I couldn't wait to put these Kyries on. These motherfuckers used to walk around with no shoes. Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? I get it though. You know what I'm saying? Like I wore hand-me-downs growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different generations with it. So how do you value understanding as black men? All right, my folks is doing good, looking out for us. We not about to squander having good people. Because you see some Bammers that just fumble it. They become coddled. They become spoiled. And they can't function right. But y'all use it as a springboard to build a business and a brand that's diversified to the point where you working with local artists to Rick Ross. So how did you manage that along the way though?
It's the mindset, bro.
It's the mindset, bro.
We always had a hustle mindset. Like when bro said he want to go back to like 7 to 8 years old. Me and bro, man, we always was locked in. We got the same birthday, 3 years apart. You know, it was bound to be. And honestly, that 222 is an angel number, bro. So back in the day, like bro, we'd be in our basement, right? And we had like some chairs. We get like some chairs. I can't find what other type of chair they, but like, but we had got some fold up chairs, and we'd lay them down like flat, and we'd like sit,
put a blanket over
it, and make it like a car. So we sitting like in the chair in the car.
Paint the picture.
And we always had like a good mindset, bro, as far as like living life like how we want to live it, bro. But we didn't realize it. When we was 7 to 8 years old, we didn't even realize what we was doing. That's the crazy thing about it. But now that we see what we doing now, it's like, oh, it makes sense. But anyway, bro, we was like 7, 8, maybe like 10 years old at the max. I don't even know how age we was, because we did it for years. Yeah. And literally we in the basement, bro, and he got his car, I got my car. And we'd just be like
acting
what's this called? Like Provin, what was this called?
This is
role playing, bro. We
right.
role playing
in real life.
Role playing in real life. Look, we got our own car and we acting. That's what I mean, like content creating, but the camera wasn't on us. Like that shit would have been viral. The way we was acting it out, and like I mean, we'd pull up, we'd meet each other. He had his own crib, I had my own crib. I pull up at his crib. We ain't no. It's none of this. It's just imagination, bro. Right. Imagination. So that's where it started from, bro. Imagination and just having it starts from a vision, bro, and imagination. And I feel like us doing that kind of like we grew up into wanting that lifestyle, you know. And when I mean to tell you, as far as my parents, they're pacifiers, like we knew that lifestyle wouldn't come if they didn't like cut the biblical cord and let us go figure it out ourselves. Because it's like they'll give us like a fish to eat, you know, but we wanted to go find out and show us how to fish.
Right. And
we wanted to show us how to fish.
Because some people grow up and they folks can't give them a fish, right? You know what I'm saying? My people always gave me what I needed, never what I had to always earn what I wanted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
but I always understood privilege. I like growing up in Fort Wash, especially like on the Allentown roadside, you can see like when you look at Fort Wash, and you go from like down the street from I grew up, I could walk the crossing, right? Just to give a demographic kind of picture, right? But you go on the other side, like off that Potomac.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where really like the world champ lived here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have to have a conversation about Black privilege and how to use it the right way.
Gotta use it the right way.
Like the stories are always the super hard time. Daddy wasn't there.
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah, we don't got that story. That's crazy. We don't got that story.
So it's beautiful that we have similar or like understanding of Black privilege.
Yeah.
But it still ain't like it's arranged. Like I know I didn't have a silver spoon, right? Like my peoples had to work to get everything they got, so they raised me to work everything I'm gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when we offer and provide privilege to our children, we also got to offer and provide the hustle.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty of y'all story, because y'all got the hustle. It's like, I'm not about to fumble. My peeps doing good.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. They can't give us the hustle. We have to actually have the hustle. Mm-hmm. So now the dynamic of the house is my mom, she'll spoil us to the death, bro. But she understands that we the big dogs in the house. Not over top of my father, but she understands that like we like the black sheep of the family, bro. Both sides, mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So as she sees it as like her little, her little boy, but she understands like these motherfuckers are doing some shit that nobody else is doing.
And speaking of household, when he say we all in one house, right? We literally all live in one house. We don't have our own apartments, our own cribs, and separated as a family. But bro, a lot of people don't know when you in this game, you really gotta like. It's best to have the people that's working with you and rocking with you in one full facility. So like, I'll give you an
That's
example.
real stuff.
If I'm in the crib and I got an idea, I don't have to worry about picking up my phone or anything like that. I can literally go upstairs, knock on his door, like, bro, I got an idea. He say, well, when he probably on his computer working or something like that. So it a lot of people, you wouldn't understand it if you're not in this like entrepreneur world, but it makes 10 times a difference, and you get stuff done so much faster.
Our people struggle with the understanding.
And
all other groups of people get it.
we had our bro Derek Grace that we work with out of Florida. He sent us voice messages all the time, let us know like the advantage we have in this world as far as like, you know, making it is being successful pretty much. Because one thing a lot of people and most families lack on these days is working together. And a lot of families don't like work together as a team. They can't get along. It's ego. You want to be this competition because you know him, you know you, and you know him back in the day. So you judging him, y'all throwing shots. But we found out a way as a family, me, my brother, my other brother, my mother and father, we found out a way as a family to come together and get along and figure it out. Don't get me wrong, it was ups and downs. That's what I'm saying. It was ups and downs, but we went through the storm. So now I feel like we at the point where it's like it's up from us because we know how to communicate with each other. We know how to hear each other out. We know how to take each other ideas and things like that. So living together made it a lot better for us business wise to figure out business and just figure this shit out in life, you know, because when he over here and I'm over here, sometimes D gotta like, he got a family, he might got he got his daughters he got to focus on. So if he can't put 100% on 222, he can put 80% on 222, I will come with the 120, you know. And then if I can't do something, he'll come with the extra weight. So he'll hold my weight that I can't put in on the company, and I hold his weight when he can't put in extra company. And that's as far as and that's where the teamwork coming at. And I feel like that's where the 222 coming at, because what he don't know, I know, and what I don't know, he'll know, and if we both don't know, we'll both sit down and figure it out. It's crazy. So like that's the teamwork coming in, and I feel like that's how we got as far as where we at now. And you know, they say you can't work with family and business. That's like a curse, you know. And we trying to break that curse.
But see, no, that's for our people though.
Right. It's a curse, but for our people, it's not really a curse.
Other groups of people work together just
fine,
bro.
Just fine.
Because it's the Willie Lynch syndrome.
Yeah.
Day, bro. It's our people were trained to go against each other. You know, the people, they used to have us fight each other for cornbread. So if I whoop your ass, I get to eat good. So our mentality is like, you look like me, I'm gonna fuck you up, nigga. Yeah. That's what I had to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a like,
transgenerational trauma.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So you got, you know, and
that's what it is.
It was like black men, but if you can break the curse, bro, and understand, like, you my bro, he's my bro, and we trying to get to the same goal. Like, eventually, you want your podcast to be up there with like $1 million, her for game, XYZs and all that. But you know, you reached out to us. We think that it's a great opportunity for us to exploit, you know, who we are, to tell our story, XYZ. We could have been like, I mean, it's gonna be like a big, you know, 150. You know, I put gas in our all time, all that shit. But it's like, man, bro, that's bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we help you and it grow. So
yeah, and we never was we all wasn't always, you know, the ones
those were some gems right there. Like the people gonna be able to appreciate that. Yeah. So this is the perfect time to go into the fact, the amazing story of the fact that y'all was born on the same day 3 years apart. Like y'all like twins, but
Yeah.
y'all ain't twins that was born in the same year.
Right.
So I don't know a lot of people that know brothers, sisters, brother or sister that were born on the same day 3 years apart. So it's like a version of being a twin, but then it's not, because it's a big brother and it's a little brother. So
I tell
let's
It's
y'all
crazy.
go wherever y'all want to go with that.
So I'll start off first, right? Because I was 3.
Mhm.
Right. So I was 3 years old. Some of it is like a blur, right? We got ups and downs. But what I remember is I'm at my birthday party, right? I got my cake, I got my candles, I got my godmom there because she's like, she has me at the time because I think my parents knew that he was gonna come around 222, but he may have came. You know how they are, like they may come a little bit early or they may come like after.
Mhm.
But long story short, bro, I'm having a party, bro, and we chilling, and I just hear people like just like going out the door, like everybody's just going toward the front door, and I'm like, what's going on?
Mhm.
I don't know what's going on. And reality, my brother is being born. So everybody rushed out the house, X, Y, Z's. I'm in there and with my godmom, just thinking like, okay, maybe they went to the bathroom, X, Y, Z, right? Long story short, bro, he couldn't even wait. Like, he could have came out the 21st. He could have
Another day.
3rd. He could have came out some other time for the 22nd, but nah. Bro was like, I need to come out on the same day as my brother.
The music.
Some way, somehow. It's crazy. So
What party? What's going on?
he was actually born in the doctor's office. He didn't even make it to ER. So he didn't even make it to like the hospital where they like hook you up enough. He was coming out like my mom's womb, driving up to the doctor's office. So it's like, that's how bad he had to come out at the time. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that was like God. It was like a divine.
No, I ain't no maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
It was written.
Ain't no maybe. It was written, bro.
They said they didn't plan it. They
Like,
said they didn't plan it.
Like, they didn't plan it. It just so happened, right? So
No, you can't plan that one. I don't know how you could. That's
Bro,
beyond.
They said they ain't plan it.
So
Yeah, you can't
Eric
plan
was
that.
Eric was my third, like, he was my gift to the world, right? Like, he was my present. So they came home. Well, actually, no, he came home the same day. So he was like my present to the world, right? I didn't know at the time, but I'm like, man, like, he born on my the same day. So growing up, and we go back to like being 6 and 7 and 8. We used to like, it was so bad, bro, that we used to like blow out each other candles because we had to have or one cake with candles inside. So it was me. I always like blow my candles out and then blow his out too. He's like, come on, man, you blowing my candles, man. You
For real.
Candles. And I'm like,
beefing.
It's my birthday, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's mine first.
Folks in them have to relight them and shit. Like, no, man, we light my candles.
They had trick candles. Back in the day, you had trick candles.
No, that came from out. They don't do that shit no more.
They don't do it no more, right? So it got so bad that it was like, all right, Dirk, since you want to blow out her candles all the time, I'm gonna get trick ones. So when you try to blow out his gonna flare back up. So like 5 or 6, I'm like, this shit flaring back up. I just blew his out, and I've been doing this for 4 years now. So why is that out, right? So over time, we got older, we got more mature, and then we started like throwing parties, and then we started throwing events and shit like that. Same day. To this day, bro, we had one birthday apart. Killed us, bro. That was what, 2023. My girlfriend flew me out to Miami. She flew me out there, and he was back home. We fucked up. He like, God damn, this is weird, right? It was super weird. It's the first time we ever been apart, right? So we on FaceTime, like, happy birthday, blah, 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 blah. But to speed it up, bro, that's how it was, bro. He just kind of like just popped out on my day. No one knew. They kind of like had an idea that he was gonna pop out around that time, but they really didn't know it was gonna be like that exact day. Everybody even thought that my mom got induced for him to like come out on the same day, but it was actually natural birth, bro. So that was definitely like God, bro. And it just so happened, say if he came out like February 24th, we would still celebrate our birthdays on the same
Yeah,
day.
I mean,
but it'd be awkward though.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's crazy how we both on
This
the
kind of
same-
makes it even better.
It just makes it way more easy, bro.
Like we was born for this shit, bro.
Yeah,
I just feel like we was born for the grind. We was born for the hustle. We here for a reason.
yeah, bro.
You know, 222 is like angel number, bro. So I just look at it as like we here
So
for a reason.
y'all get why it's 222, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's divine though. You
Yeah.
can't control that. Can't
Everything
nobody
in the
control that.
world revolves around two, right?
Yeah.
Like I can go on and on and on, but everything is like two. You got two eyes, you got two ears, you got 2 feet, you got 2 hands, you got it takes two to tango. You know what I'm saying? Like you got 2 nostrils, you got everything, you got 2 lips. Everything is split down in half. It's always on 2. So that 2, the number 2 in itself is just a powerful number.
It's just real powerful. Like, so like if I'm in a room by myself, I'm in, he can't make it. It's like it's cool. If you're in a room by yourself, you come to an event or something, like it's cool. Like when we together,
It's crazy.
Bro. Yeah, it'll shake your boots. It like it rattle people's feathers. Like you got some demons in you, they might shake them because it's energy, bro. It's like really energy. It's not just a film company. I'm trying to tell people all the time. Not just we don't just film, bro. We like our energy. You know, we like angels, honestly. And, I don't know, bro. That's the energy. Like we. Sometimes the work speaks for itself, but it's really like how we get in these doors and we build relationships. Just our energy, our vibe, just we carry ourselves with our aura. So that's where we walk in these rooms. That's where the confidence comes from. It's not that we know we good. Right. That's just icing on the cake. It really starts with the energy, the vibe.
And it feels good, bro, because he know that I got his back and I know that he got my back. So, and when we in these rooms, I'm paying attention to him. He paying attention to me. XYZ's like I want to make sure that we good. You know what I'm saying? So instead of just being there alone, I know that I got 2 eyes right here. You know what I'm saying? As far as like with film with anything, we travel a lot. Always in airports, we always hear Airbnbs, Ubers, and XYZ. So we always feed on that energy. Like I ain't gonna tell you, but the energy we met people just off of like an Uber ride from LAX to the Airbnb, bro. And so and then it strikes a nerve all the time because we look alike, but we don't look alike. So that conversation starter is like. I know twins. And it's like
that's what I said. I know. I said that when I first met you.
So it's like a fishing rod, bro. You throw out the damn rod, and people bite all the time. And then just so happens this number 222 is a lot of people's number, like 777-333-444 XYZ. A lot of people be like, "That's my favorite number in the world." Da, 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 da. Just so happens, shout out to Rick Ross, and we don't know for sure, but we overheard that Rick Ross's favorite number is 222. We in room 222, and his daughter, I don't know if it's his birthday or like her birthday or anything, but it's like it's serious to her. But she got tattooed all over the face, so it's crazy, bro.
So let's talk about that relationship because we talked about networking earlier. We talked about the dynamics of like really grinding and coming up from a creative standpoint in the DMV, regardless of what the hustle may be, what the creative space may be. But I go on the gram one day, I see y'all at Ross joint for the pool party.
Yeah, for sure, man.
With the big dumb work, like you shooting Jurassic Park or something out there. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to
how did y'all get to that particular connection with somebody that's a fixture in hip hop?
So shout out to Jimbo, our good man. Shout out to Jimbo and Coogee and all them. They did the groundwork of flying out Miami for some other business and met with SEKMediaTV.com. Right, so that's a company that live streams Rick Ross's car show, like the whole entire car show. So they linked up some way XYZ. Jimbo called us up and was like, "Look, I got 2 guys as dogs in the game. They film, they got their own equipment, they got this and the third. They can be a great help to the team, right?" So we got a call from that, from SEK. It was like, "Hey guys, woo, da da da. So we actually got flown out to Atlanta for the first time to go to the Promised Land for his pool party.
Mm-hmm.
And then we filmed the pool party. XYZ locked in, talked to Ross here and there because it was something new. And then it was like a snowball effect. The next year we went and then we filmed the car show because he don't be having like the pool parties now. He be having like the car shows. So then we got invited back from SEK personally, like, hey, Alpha One Shot guys to come out XYZ to film the car show. That was 2024. And then this year we're going out there on a different.
We ain't gonna speak on that yet.
Okay.
Business gotta be conducted, but
Okay, I got you.
we can skip over that part because again, I'm just saying we can skip over that part.
I told you, bro.
Oh man, see, so this shows you. I want y'all to see this. This is why I don't be cutting shit out when I record.
I knew it.
Hey, Zed, where you at?
I knew.
So this is why I don't be cutting. Right. So this is why I don't be cutting shit out.
He in the bathroom too.
People, you gotta wait though.
Nah, I'm waiting. I'm chilling.
See, you moved the mic.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm cutting this up with a clip. So people think podcasting is easy, right? But it is. You have a good conversation. You have a good conversation. But if you drink, it don't matter if you're drinking water. You're gonna have to train yourself.
Yes. To
not take a piss. I'm telling you, this shit is real, bro.
Shit is super real.
You get into we talking about Rick Ross right now. Good content. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Bro was like, hey, I got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta go.
I'm gonna tell you
because I like when I talk, I want to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be jittery. And
So look, right. I'm gonna tell you a quick story about Rick Ross.
Right.
So our first time ever on the Promised Land, right? We went out for drinks the day before that we had to film. So fucked up. The call time to be on the Promised Land was 10 o'clock as we thought. We got a
AM or PM?
AM. So we got a phone call at 4:30 in the morning. Like, y'all gotta be on the Promised Land at 7 a.m. Keep in mind, we got the hour back to the hotel. We was like 4:30. We
didn't know we had to be there that early though.
We didn't know it was a miss.
It wasn't enough communication.
Y'all was on some catnap shit anyway.
Yeah, we was bullshit anyway.
I wouldn't have drank that much, right? So, long story short, bro, I'm at the car show, right? This is like our biggest event ever in life at the time, like the Rick Ross car show. I'm sick of shit. I'm sick. I ain't eat. I'm about to throw up everywhere. I'm like jittery, bro. My body is just completely gone. Like I had a hangover, bro, at 99 degrees.
This was in Florida?
ATL. At the car, at the pool party.
Yeah.
99 degrees, bro. I got a hangover. And I'm like, I gotta
imagine being a visual person doing something from a visual art with this content.
Bro.
It ain't easy.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you really gotta sometimes dig deep. And like you said, a lot of people look at the inside, the outside, but they don't really see the inside, bro. It's like I really had to dig deep. I had to tell Eli, bro, make it. Eli, bro, this is the food part. I'm like, bro, I'm numb. I can't talk, I can't walk. I'm dehydrated. I smell food because food trucks out there. Every whiff of a hot dog that come past. Oh, bro, it's crazy, bro. Like, so
if you want, you can keep it rolling, bro.
I think it is.
Nah, we rolling.
Yeah, we rolling.
No, I'm saying even when I.
Nah, so we gonna cut again real quick, man.
We gonna cut again?
Yeah.
Shit, that's it.
This probably the last time I'm gonna cut my cup.
Nah, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I can already tell over this conversation. This is gonna be part 2.
Hey, look, I don't have I can't. Hey, hold on. So instead of like stop.